Very good night, Papua New Guinea, and welcome to another episode of Sports Scene. Isaac Liri here with you tonight. I'm glad to be with you to bring you your number one sports show on your number one to watch EMTV. I've got a very good lineup for you tonight. I'm sure you're going to like it, so don't go away. Before that, let's check out some scorelines from last weekend. So in the scorelines from last weekend, NRL Round 2, the PNG Panthers beat the South Sydney Rabbitohs 16 points to 10. The Cronulla Sharks registered their first win of the season, beating the Eels. The Broncos back-to-back beating the Cowboys there. Roosters beating Warriors. Dolphins getting their second win of the season, beating the Raiders. The Bulldogs beat the Storm. Knights beat the Tigers. And the last game, the St. George Illawarra Dragons, in their first game of the season, beat the Gold Coast Titans 32 points to 18. And in the Host Plus Cup, round 1, winner Manly beat Cutters. Townsville Blackhawks defeated the Sunshine Coast Falcons. The Magpies 28 beat the Jets 14. Ballet Bears 30 defeated the Devils 24. And the Capras beat the Tweedhead Seagulls by a field goal, 23 points to 22. And our very own PNG Hunters managed to get over the line there, beating the new side Clydesdales 20 points to 10. Yep, those are the score lines from last weekend. We've got more coming up on Sports Scene, so don't go away. We'll take a short break now. Hello viewers, I'm here at the Sir John Guy Stadium, and with me I've got Donna Longboot. Donna is a former rugby league player hailing from East New Britain province. She used to play rugby league, but she got injured and now taking part in para sport. So her story, she hasn't given up on sport, and it's very inspiring to know that Donna is still kicking, taking part in sports. Donna, just tell us about yourself.
My name is Donna, and I'm from East New Britain. Both my parents are from there. And I recently joined para sports last year, beginning of last year around February. It has been a very short but successful journey for me. When I joined last year, I was in the team to the Mini Pacific Games for the mini games there, where PNG came out on top, and I got myself my first gold medal in the 100-meter ambulant event, and also my bronze medal in the shot put event. So I've been doing a lot of mixed sports in athletics. I've been doing the track and also the field, especially the throw events. So yeah.
Wow, Donna, that's very encouraging from you. Okay, we've got some big sporting events coming up later this year, the Pacific Games and also the PNG Games. Just tell us about your training and your preparations towards those sporting events.
So currently I'm training with the other athletes, not only the para athletes but also the able-bodied throwers. And we're training for not just the major events but the lead-up competitions to the major event that's in November-December in Solomon Islands, which is the Pacific Games. We're all very excited, but we're also into work now, into work phase. We're really training hard, doing all our programs, and we're just looking forward for those lead-up competitions just to get more exposure and finally play in the main one come end of the year.
All right, very well said, Donna. Okay, I'm sure your story is very inspiring there, Donna. You know, you got injured from rugby league, but you still have hope, and that's something which a lot of young athletes do not have. When they get injured, they usually give up at first instance, but for your case, it's very inspiring. So what would be your advice or encouragement to young athletes who are also in the same position as you are?
I think for myself, I had a really good support system, especially my family. And also I come from a a church background where my mom usually pray. She actually passed away back in 2018 before me and my dad moved here to Port Moresby. So I think the advice I would give is just to take each day at a time and never give up. Just always think positive, that there's always sunshine at the end of every storm and the rain. So I just look forward for better days. That's what I live by.
There you have it, Donna Longboot here with me. Thank you, viewers. Now we'll go for a break and we'll come back. Welcome back, viewers, and now we'll take a look at Sherwin Tanabi, one of the SP PNG Hunters props. He's currently with the Hunters, but he had a short stint with the Dolphins and the North Queensland Cowboys recently, and he's back and he's ready to impart those knowledge and experience with the Hunters. Let's take a look at Sherwin.
I'm from Leh. I grew up there and started playing my junior footy in Leh. Started playing sevens, Union Schoolboy sevens, and then 2017 I switched to playing league, and then that was it. I started playing league. I left Union for a bit, and I was playing league all throughout my years in secondary, and then all the way up. And then Coach Ten, he got me into the Tigers system in 2021, and then last year he offered me a training trial here, and yeah, that was it. This is where I am now. That's how I got here. Oh, so about my transition from rugby union to league, because like when I was playing growing up, I realized that rugby union, it's just about you. There's no pathway, there's no progress in it. It's just playing. If you get a chance to represent Puk-Puks, that's it. You come back and that's it. But in rugby league, at least there's a pathway there, and hopefully you can make a life out of rugby league. So my family, they're not really like into rugby, because most of them play soccer. It's just me and the family that plays rugby. So. Oh yeah, so with the Dolphins pre-season, it's good to go up there, train alongside most of the big boys, and especially under Wayne Bennett. So it's good, learn a lot. Hopefully we bring it back and have the boys here for this whole season. And especially with like as you all know that the squad, most of the boys are new. Going into the season it's going to be hard, but it's good. Most of the boys are looking good. We have a few areas to work on, and hopefully the boys will polish up. Oh, so Wayne, he doesn't talk a lot. He just says a few words. He talks on Monday. That's the time he talks. So he just says one thing, and you know what to do. If you do something wrong, when he comes and talks to you, yeah, you know what to do. You know where you went wrong, and you know what to polish up on. Okay, so most of the mainly all the NRL teams, they operate in the more similar system, and it's just it's the same. Everything's same, but it's just the calls, the training, the way they communicate. The language is different, but everything is just under one system. Everything's professional. Everyone knows what to do. Like I said, most of the it's just all the NRL clubs, they're playing under a system. So it's just different that they. For example, they use this call in defense. The Cowboys, they have another call. In Dolphins, they have another call. But everything, it's just one system there. NRL boys are using. So that's one thing. Here, especially if you the new boys coming in, it takes a bit of time to get into the system, understand it, and especially when it comes to the game day. So it'll take time a bit, but hopefully the boys are looking good. So hopefully we have a good season. If I was given an opportunity, I think I'll get the opportunity. But right now, I'm turning 22 this year, so hopefully I just play for one more season with the Hunters and try play some good footy and see if I get something. Otherwise, it's that country's team, so I'll love playing with them. So yeah, the World Cup's still 2 years away from now, but hopefully I'm just trying to focus on being consistent every week in, week out, and then if you do that, then you'll be lucky to get a chance. Okay, with the big boys, like boys from the NRL and like some other boys playing in the championship and in the Q Cup, it's more about like if you want to be consistent and playing good footy, it's about preparing yourself, having a routine and just following that routine, and that's it. You'll be playing good footy every weekend. So yeah, especially on the edge, it's a bit hard because your decision making must be right, especially in defense. And also when you are taking your line running, you must know what line to run, react depending on how the defense reacts. So yeah, that's one thing Wayne and Preston Wolf, because he's the defense coach up in Radcliffe. So yeah, that's what they've been working with me over the past few weeks there, especially in my defense, my decision making, and because it's a bit hard on the edge. You have to make good decisions, otherwise you'll get caught and don't score.
Yep, that was Sherwin Tanabi there, one of our PNG Hunters forwards. He'll be playing a crucial role again in the forwards department as they play against the South Logan Magpies this weekend. We wish you all the best, Sherwin, and we hope the PNG Hunters can go back to back. I will take a short break now. Up next, more on Sports Scene. Welcome back, viewers. And now the PNG Games will be held this year in mid-June, July. And we caught up with the PNG Sports Foundation CEO, Albert Veratau, who spoke of funding being one of the major issues if the PNG Games is going to take place this year. It's going to take place here in Port Moresby and Central Province after it was moved away from Mendi in Southern Highlands due to election-related violence and a lot of law and order problems up there that forced the PNG Games Council to move the games down to NCD and Central. Let's take a look at what the PNG Sports Foundation CEO, Albert Veratau, has to say.
What happened, let me take you back to when the decision was made to relocate or recall the games, you know. It had already been deferred for about 3 years. Mm-hmm. And then I came into the scene and we said, you know, how much longer is the stadiums going to take to be completed and game ready. So that inspection took place. The report came out, said, you know, it'll take another 2 years before the venue is ready. And of course, you know, it's only as good as what the government puts money towards it. So rather than delaying it for another 2 years, and because don't forget, when you make an announcement, there's a lot of cascading things that happen. Provinces are raising funds. Provinces are putting money towards training of their athletes. They're also investing in their training and preparation and all the kind of background work that happens. So you can't then just continue to defer it because you know a venue is not ready. Also, there's venues that are available as we speak, like the Sports Foundation venues in Port Moresby and Lae. So we've decided that, you know, not we. When I say we, I'm talking about the council, which is made up of 22 representatives of 22 provinces, and a lot of them expressed frustration that we kept the council kept deferring the games. So they've decided to say let's find a place, let's play these games, and then give time to the Southern Island province to complete the facilities, and then at a later stage bid for the 9th game or whenever they're ready. So the council decided to do that. So we asked NCD and Central to co-host it. They've agreed to co-host it. So it was agreed to play the host event in June this year. June, July this year.
Okay. So it's confirmed.
So that was confirmed. I think the media was told at that time last year, and I recall reading some reports that the council decision was made. The host have agreed in principle. Actually, not agreed in principle. They have confirmed in letter that the game they will host it. Now, the key question is, do we have the resources required to host it? Okay. Now, at this stage, yes, we made submissions to government earlier on, and also last year for the PNG Games to happen. They approved. Last year, funding was approved, but unfortunately, the total funding was not given to Sports Foundation. So we don't have that funds with us to be able to host the game this year. Okay. So we've asked national government to see if they can give us some funding, some form of funding to host the game this year. And the funding is more so towards getting the venues. You know, there's been reports about how the venues have deteriorated over many years. And what I've suggested is that we make some cosmetic repairs to make sure the venues are at least ready to host the PNG Games. And that's the funding that we've asked from government. There's some good indications, but I think personally when I look at it, time's catching up very, very quickly. So we've now at this stage talking to the provinces to see if we can have a council meeting and put everything on the table and say, do we have enough time to host in June, or shall we give ourselves some time to do the repairs and then call the game? So where it's at the stage now, the June is still the option, but if within the next couple of months nothing is forthcoming, then the council will decide the next steps. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Veratau, how in terms of funding, how much are we talking about?
Sometimes we get carried away about wanting to think that 10 million is the right amount. We just have to be cost effective, and I mean, for me, what I see is if I can get between 2 and 3 million kina, we'll host the game. Like money is everything, but money is not everything. I think we just have to be creative, and more so, I would like the leaders, national leaders, to support the provinces.
Yep, that was the PNG Sports Foundation CEO Albert Veratau talking about the PNG Games. Now we've got a hectic weekend coming up this weekend in NRL and the Host Plus Cup. So let's check out some weekend sports previews. This weekend in the NRL Round 3, we've got the Manly Sea Eagles playing against the Parramatta Eels, and that's tonight. Tomorrow night, Friday, March 10th, the Newcastle Knights go up against the Dolphins, and the Sydney Roosters play the South Sydney Rabbitohs. It's going to be a blockbuster there when the two Sydney sides go head-to-head. Saturday night, Super Saturday, Titans v Storm, Cowboys v Warriors, and the Brisbane Broncos play against the St. George Illawarra Dragons. On Sunday, we got the Bulldogs v West Tigers and Raiders v Sharks, and the Penrith Panthers are on bye. In the Host Plus Cup Round 2, Carters versus Pride, Jets versus Falcons, Clydesdales versus Tweed Seagulls, Magpies v SP PNG Hunters, Devils v Dolphins, Tigers v Wynnum Manly, and the Townsville Blackhawks play against the Central Queensland Capras, while the Burleigh Bears are on bye. That's it, viewers. Our weekend sports previews. It's going to be an exciting NRL Round 3. I'm sure all NRL or Rugby League followers are looking forward to this weekend, and also the tipsters. I hope and I wish you all the best this weekend in your tips. But before that, before I say goodbye, if you have a story to tell us on Sports Scene, you can contact us on the numbers up there on the screen. You can also email us or visit us at Garden City Level 2, Boroko, Port Moresby. That's a wrap for tonight, folks. Tonight is my last show as well. It's been a short but remarkable journey. I'm very grateful on behalf of the entire Sports Scene crew. We just want to wish you all a very good night. And remember, sports is powerful.